Previously on the engine, Rango had a run-in with a human on Earth. Later, he, Function 1, and Silver helped Riot Girl secure the ore play as a means of escape, but at great cost, and they now share a secret. Tonight on part 4 of our departure tale, racing away from Earth, Form and Circe frantically try to save Laika from her deactivation. Hello, everyone. I'm Nate, your GM. I'm here with Macy. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, go ahead and introduce yourself if you wouldn't mind.
All right. I am Macy. I play Laika, the group's medic. I am a life cleric, and I am Function 8.
You're a life cleric.
Function 8.
Function 8. With us here tonight are just two players, Macy, Laika, and my son Rory.
Hi.
Ably portrays Circe.
Hi.
You've so introduced yourself at this point, yes.
That's so last episode.
That is so last episode. That was a really cool moment, I thought, when you were like, hey, Circe to form. Anyway, let's get going. Passing Pluto, Earth year 2052. 2 weeks have passed since the ore play left Earth, and Form has asked Circe to come to sickbay to assist him in waking the deactivated Laika. The door opens, and Circe enters sickbay. Hey man, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, really good.
How's Laika? I mean,
Awesome, stable. So check it. Thanks for making this matrix. I appreciate you working with Riot Girl on building this matrix and helped us stabilize her. And it worked.
nice.
So nice. Hey, what have you been up to?
Not much. Just kind of chilling around the ship.
Chilling around the ship.
I mean, it's kind of the first time we've had time to just chill around.
Yeah, for sure. Did you notice Pluto?
Not who notices Pluto.
Oh, wow. Joining the Neil deGrasse Tyson's club much? I mean, geez. Anyway, so we did get Laika stabilized and the matrix worked, but what I've been able to discover, there are essentially 4 codes that are essentially locks that keep her artificially deactivated. Without the codes from the humans, any attempt to hack the codes will need to be worked from inside her consciousness, which is currently in sleep state. Making matters worse, she is the one who needs to perform the hack in the first place. Do you need a second to...
Yeah.
Go ahead, just say it.
Hey, Form, can you repeat all that?
So we've got Laika stabilized, but essentially there are 4 codes that are keeping her artificially deactivated. These codes act as locks, basically, that she would need to hack from inside her consciousness, since we don't have the codes from the humans. But what we were able to do was build a way to send you into her matrix. And I was thinking, since the two of you are close, perhaps you could get her to try to unlock each code herself. Now, the odds are low that this is going to work. You'll either need to trick her, or force her, or get her to willingly attempt to open each lock. And I have no idea what you'll either experience or be perceived by her as you move through the locks. Do you understand? Do you know what I mean by that? I don't even know what she's going to see you as when you go there. I don't know how... I don't know... Hey, Circe. For me, don't know.
You got it, boss.
And I hate this crap. You know that drives me nuts. We have no idea, though. Because, I can't... I don't want to go in. I don't want to get lost in... this is dangerous, and that there's a potential that we could lose potentially your consciousness in there, so I just need you to know, and I need you... Well, I know I sprung that on you right there at the end. Which is why the next question is really important. Do you want to do this? It's really dangerous.
Yeah, we gotta save Laika.
Dig it. Any questions?
Wait, so...
Ask in play, out of play, however you want to do it. Doesn't matter to me.
So, these codes are... She knows them all?
I I don't know.
We're going like Matrix style, like what, we go deeper and deeper or something.
The only way
or not Matrix, Inception.
Referencing
Inception.
I'm referencing an Earth movie.
Yes.
Early 21st century.
Yes.
No. Yes. I guess if that was to relate to us, for sure. I guess that makes sense, Circe. Think of it in these terms. The only way I could tell you any information would be to go in there myself, and we just determined I can't. You're both explorer and solver all in the same kind of move here.
Sweet.
Yeah. So again, since I'm asking you to go exploring like Indiana Jones, to reference another Earth movie.
Never heard of it.
Harrison Ford?
Never heard of him.
Han Solo.
Star Wars?
Yes. Bing, 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 bing. You and Laika needed to watch more movies as opposed to doing a bunch of trumping and climbing around.
Yeah, they sent us off to the science centers, not the movie centers like all the other ones.
I get it. Like all the other dorks got time off to do this. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, I'll have you lay down on the table next to Laika here.
Sure.
And he sent a request to the nanos to kind of open that little hatch, and they plug a little cord into you that connects you to the matrix. And as the room lights dim for you, a single memory comes to you. It's the memory of being on Rainier with Laika. You were both so moved by the moment that you simply held her hand and stood in silence. That's what you remember, as all fades to black. Holding Laika's hand and standing in silence. And then all is silent. Laika, you've been in this room for how long you don't remember. You remember a red hallway and several doors, and you remember trying one that led in here. But you've been having so much fun that you don't think you've noticed any time passing. Can you describe the room you're in?
Okay. Black and white tile floors with flora kind of everywhere. Very whimsical color palette with bright blue walls and purple like doors, and there's a little door on the wall and a mini balcony that is only a couple feet off the ground, so that is kind of
AIE
interesting there. And then
I see the one you're talking about.
Couple random chairs, and then a little tea party area. Kind of flowers everywhere. Definitely something that'd make my allergies act up a little bit.
So speaking,
if I were me.
If it was actually you.
Yeah.
Well, you're full on Claritin. You're having a full on Claritin free day.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun, speaking of the tea party, that thanks to your friend, Mr. Malou, mornings start with tea parties and then end with puzzles and games and dancing and then sleep. And then it all seems to start over again. The fun never ends, except for a dreamless sleep. And it's fine by you. Laika, what is Mr. Malou? Describe him.
So, in the context of the Dark Crystal, a Skeksis with a nice little fancy top hat, a couple of little horn-rimmed glasses. I'm pretty sure there is a Skeksis in the movie that's has glasses.
Does that make him learned?
I think it just makes him silly.
Okay, he's not supposed to be like sexy librarian Skeksis.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not into that. Not a Skeksis.
Skeksis librarian.
My taste in men is pretty questionable, but it's never going to be like a Skeksis.
A Skeksis librarian.
Return the books.
See, we were sent back here for a reason. That joke is why we were sent back here. God bless it.
I like to think that he kind of waddles around a little bit. Like when he moves around the room, he's definitely pushing furniture around. He has no sense of space or time. He's just plowing through these chairs. And he's like, excuse me.
Okay, but he's littleish?
He's littleish.
Okay.
He just has no sense of
dog size that he is like.
I feel like not like itty bitty, but I feel like kind of like a Saint Bernard size, a bigger dog size, but compared to me or compared to like other people, he's a little bit on the tiny side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's sitting across from you at this tea set, and he is. There are three. There's a whole tea set in front of you, but there are, in particular, there seem to be highlighted a red, blue, and a green cup. But he and you are sharing a flowered set of teacups this morning. But the cups that I just described seem to sit on like a pedestal to seem to set them apart in some way. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Malou says to you, "Do you enjoy your tea this morning, Nick?"
I do. It's fairly nice. It's a beautiful spring day. It feels outside, and just a nice little floral ambiance, a fruity sensation.
That's the raspberry. So it's raspberry and some other stuff.
Some other? Oh, do tell, Mister.
Those are my secrets. Those are my yes. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Just like every other day. It's tea time.
Every other day? It's been just 2 days or so, however long.
It's tea time. Later, we're gonna have our little dancing montage and bake some cookies and whatever we do.
Let's do 80s movies this time.
I think 80s movies sounds fun.
So fun. And the whole room kind of shifts and glitches, and something feels different, but you don't seem to know what exactly. Circe, you step into this room where you see Mr. Malou, the absolute unit of a Skeksis, the Skeksis librarian, and Laika having tea. Laika, you see a creature enter the room behind Mr. Malou. What is it? That too.
Okay. So, I feel like Circe comes in as a little anthropomorphic frog with a lab coat and goggles on. The goggles are a little bit too big for his head. They're kind of falling off. He kind of looks like the Geico lizard, but a frog.
So kind of like Will o' the Wisp, but with like cool ass like welding goggles, like steampunk goggles.
Like, yeah,
a steampunk.
He comes in the door. He's so tiny. I'm looking and I'm like, what is going on here? Awesome.
And you're surprised, so not as stunned, so just surprised, right? Or like, I mean, I'm sorry. A little frog with welding goggles kind of comes in. A little steampunk frog comes through the kind of an opening you don't see, and hops a couple times in clear view of behind Mr. Malou. Laika, what is your face? What is your expression when this happens? How's this?
Absolutely gagged still. Okay. Like,
okay. I'm still surprised.
I'm like looking, I feel like in my mind, it's kind of shattering things just a little bit because it's just been me and this little Skeksis guy for the past however long I've ever been in there. First time I'm ever seeing another creature in this little world in my brain, and it is an anthropomorphic Geico frog with steampunk goggles on.
All right.
Now I gotta be a frog.
Now you gotta be a frog.
The demands of the talented. Okay. Laika, Mr. Malou immediately recognizes that he is not the only presence in the room based on your expression, right? And then things glitch again, and he's on the same side of the table as you, and he's like, "My girl, my girl, look, hey, right here." And he grabs your chin, and he like,
"Can I get your eyes real quick? Want you to know, put some stuff in the tea. It's gonna make things a little trippy in here for a little bit. Don't trust anything you see."
And then he's back on the other side of the table again. Laika? What's Laika?
I didn't consent for you to put anything in my tea, Mr. Malou.
What are you talking about?
Why did you drug me, dog?
I didn't drug you.
Ruby.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Malou, I'm gonna have a panic attack in here.
How
You're
about
gonna send me on a spiral.
how about a perception check or insight check on Mr. Malou?
I got a 22.
Hello, everyone. This is Nate, the GM, just inserting the player Easter egg for the game. This time, the Easter egg is ham sandwiches on a Sunday afternoon. Ham sandwiches on a Sunday afternoon. Check or insight check on Mr. Malou.
I got a 22.
Holy cow. Well, for the first time since you've been in this room, you're not sure what to trust, and it's including Mr. Malou. That's what that check does. Rory, what do you want to do?
Laika. Ruby. Sorry about that. Laika, what are you doing here? Who is this guy?
It's Mr. Malou.
Who what?
Mr. Malou.
Let's do a perception check, Laika,
Okay.
and what is this? Are you convincing someone?
Persuasion.
Persuasion, yes. So a persuasion versus your perception.
I got a 24.
4.
Like you're like, wait, what am I doing? You realize you feel very foolish talking to a frog, and you look at your buddy, Mr. Malou, who is like, hey girl, just like vibing you. You guys are, you're like, oh, what? This is my guy.
My main man, dude.
Can I just tell you something?
Go ahead, my guy.
My least favorite thing in the whole world, and I don't usually curse, these fucking frogs, man.
Can I interject something? Why are you listening to this fool?
All right.
You think of it like that's literally a Skeksis from the movie Dark Crystal. Why would it be here? Do you remember watching that movie together?
That is Skexist. My guy, that is Skexist. Don't be Skexist, alright? Just not cool,
Don't
my
be
guy.
Skexist.
Think about it, Laika.
All right.
You watched Dark Crystal with the function in theaters.
All right, so your
wait.
persuasion versus my deception.
Oh,
I got a 21.
I got a nat 1.
Laika, Skexy just goes,
Skexist, son of a bitch.
and he just takes a little drink of tea, and he's like,
You know, girl.
and
I know.
And the frog goes, ribbit.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
I cast negative energy flood on Mr. McGee? What's his name?
Malou.
Mr. Malou.
Mr. Magoo.
I really was gonna say Mr. Magoo's right. That's right.
That's right. That can't be right. Mr. Malou, you cast negative energy flood. What does this do? Can you read it?
Yeah.
Screw you.
You send
Wizards of the
ribbons of
Coast.
negative energy at one creature you can see within range. Unless the target is undead, you can make a Constitution saving throw. Or it must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 5d12 necrotic damage on a failed save.
All right. Awesome. I am a +5 across the board on all my checks, all right?
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Malou, you're stacked.
Oh, that's a 24? So I saved.
Yeah.
So half damage?
Yeah. 18 damage.
Oh. Like the half of the room that you've been living in and existing in kind of starts to melt. And then fixes, like it's kind of like a piece of crayon left in the sun. And the frog all of a sudden seems to be making just a little bit of sense. And Mr. Malou's like,
Let me just ask you this, Mr. Tuffy Man. Yes. Forgot I was Skexy. What if you're here just for Laika's benefit, then why can't you just open that door right there that we see? Just open that door. If I'm so dangerous, open the door and let her out.
All of a sudden, he sounds a little bit like Adam Sandler, doesn't he? Go ahead.
Can I open the door?
You can try.
Okay, I'll try.
The knob doesn't turn. You're welcome to do whatever you think you could to try to do it.
So what he's about to do is he's going to try to force this door open, probably, or something stupid.
I'll investigate the room.
Now he's trying to invade our personal space a little bit. Laika, what happened to the room?
20.
know.
Oh,
Did you do that?
I didn't do that.
What did you get?
23.
You are drawn to the table where you see the 3 cups that are sitting on the table, kind of on different size pedestals. And you are drawn to the table where you find the cups. And when you arrive there, you notice that it's agitated Mr. Malou to a very high state. And he's standing on the table and he's like,
Get your filthy hands away from these cups, my friend.
God, I hate the way this guy sounds.
Get away from me, Mr. Malou.
You get away from my stuff. This is my stuff and Laika's stuff. Get away.
He kind of sounds like
I hate how he's evolving.
he sounds like Cartman from South Park.
Eric Cartman.
Yeah,
Scary
you can't.
guys,
That would be we're already in several violations, I think.
I knock one of the cups down.
Which one?
The middle one.
Which color one?
The blue one.
You try to knock the blue one over and it doesn't move at all.
I swear to God, touch my cups again. We are gonna throw hands.
I touch the pink one.
It falls off the pedestal and crashes and breaks.
Perfect.
And you've now, Laika, can I have a perception check?
Yes, you can. 23.
Mr. Malou is acting stranger than you've ever seen him.
Really out of character.
Yep. And the room is melted and a cup is broken. Things that have never happened before in this room.
I'm going to turn to Mr. Malou because I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable with his behavior and his attitude.
I'm not the skexist up in here. I'm just saying.
Mr. Malou, what's going on here? Because something is different and I don't like this.
What's that?
What's going on?
What's that? No.
You know what, Mr. Malou?
What's weird?
I feel like you're gaslighting me right now.
All right, let's have my deception versus your perception.
My perception?
Your perception versus my deception.
Okay.
Or your insight versus my deception. Oh, shit.
Need to roll insight. 19.
11.
Womp
Mr.
womp.
Malou is lying to you and trying to hide something from you.
Mr. Malou, I know you're not being truthful with me, and we made that best friend in the whole wide world pact, and I really don't appreciate
It's the
that.
only pinky I got. I gave you my pinky, the one pinky.
Why are you lying? You know what?
It's because of this rodent. Wait,
He is an
Amphibian.
amphibian.
sorry. It's because of this slimy reptile.
Again, not right.
Oh, okay, perfect. And things are glitching. And the room now seems to be not melting anymore, but glitching, definitely continuing to glitch.
I punched that green cup.
It comes off the pedestal and breaks.
Sweet.
What do you do?
I'm gonna push. I'm looking at him, and I'm gonna push. I'm gonna look at Mr. Malou, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna push the blue cup. See if the
It
blue
doesn't
the blue
move.
cup doesn't move.
It
now.
won't move either. But
What?
it does tip, and you can tell it's full of liquid. It doesn't. It's like you could tell it's like fixed there in a kind of maybe unusual manner.
I'm gonna investigate.
Don't go
room.
poking. You just don't go poking around near the.
I got an 18.
The only thing that's drawing your attention because you've been in this room so long is the blue cup.
The blue cup.
The thing that is unusual right now to you.
I'm gonna reach out and
Okay.
try to pick it up.
It lifts easily in your hand.
Okay.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Says Mr. Malou. He's like, don't you do it!
I'm debating on whether I should take a sip or drop it on the ground. I'm gonna take a
Drop
sip.
it, girl.
Don't you do it!
He starts to become frantic as you approach your lips with it, and you do the little pinky thing, and you give him the finger, maybe? No, I'm putting words in your mouth.
And I like it, and I do it.
Okay. But you drink from the cup, and here's what happens. Everything disappears, and you're in a black void, and you hear a voice. And it is wildly calming and deeply relaxing. And you hear the voice say,
950 years till arrival.
and then you're standing in a red hallway. The door to your left is wide open, and you see the room that you were just in. And there are 3 other doors and a double door on the end of the hall. What do you want to do? Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the one on the right and try the handle.
It opens into a pastoral scene next to a pond, and there is a table next to an autumn lake, and on the table lies a small net with a long handle and a beautiful little bird who flies away as you approach. You move to the table and sit down, and after a while, you notice 3 fish swimming in circles near the edge of the pond. They seem to be trying to get your attention, and suddenly one of them pops its head up out of the water.
Hey, girl, you should catch me. I'm very delicious.
And then another one pops its head up out of the water and says,
Yeah, but I'm delicious and fat.
and then a third one pops its head out of the water and says,
You have to wake up, Laika.
Yeah,
Oh.
what the hell? That a fish says, shut up. What the hell? That you ignore that son of a bitch. Ignore him.
Oh, that was a way different vibe than the other 2.
Yeah, right? Interrupting even. Talk about
What do you want me to say? I'm yummy, fat, and...
jarring my vibe here in this cool place. Hey, why don't you swim off?
No, that's not very nice to say to him. That's not the nicest.
You think
thing
you're
in
a
the
big
world.
fish in a big pond?
okay, let's do this quickly because I like this notion that you're probably maybe starting to get it. Or you're at least kind of like, huh? Something's not normal. Because this is a new room, right? You're not unaware that it's a new room. Let's do it all in one fell swoop. My deception, and I get advantage because there's 2 fish, versus your perception versus Rory's deception.
My insight.
Sorry, insight. Not deception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, correct.
Okay. 29. Nat 20.
22.
Nat
or
20?
21.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Like, you're like, you don't like the 2 other fish. Immediately, you're like the
Yeah.
one that's... So you grab the net, and you reach into the pond, and you scoop out the fish that was talking to you. What do you say to her?
You have to wake up, Laika?
And everything goes dark again. And you hear the voice again.
Behold, Kratos. They shall call him Muerte, destroyer of humanity on Earth.
And then you're back in the hall.
I say we go down and just knock out the rooms. I'm gonna go down the next set, go to the one on the left.
You enter this dark library. What do you want to do?
I am going to perceive the room. I got a 10.
Yeah, nothing leaps out to you. Nothing leaps out to you immediately. You're not drawn to anything. You don't feel anything, which is what perception is.
Okay. Now I'm going to investigate.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I got a 4. Laika's not a reader.
You find a book set of a set of books you've been dying to read on Earth, the Twilight series, and you burn them. No, I'm teasing.
This is the skin of Killer Bella.
You sit down and you plow through them, and before you know it, it's been 10 days. What do you want to do?
Probably get up and stretch.
Okay, yeah, you
walk
stretch
around a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a dark room. Imagine the eye strain.
yeah. It's a lot.
Perceive again.
Sure, it's been 10 days.
17.
You're drawn towards the ladder, which seems to be kind of in the corner of the room. And from the scuffs on the carpet, you can deduce that it's been moved recently.
Can I go up it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up the ladder.
Okay. You just see books on shelves.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate the scuffs.
Okay.
See where it was originally.
Oh, okay.
I got a 22 nat 20.
You can tell that it's been dragged from the other side of the room. And you kind of replace the ladder where it goes, and you see two books are kind of out of place. One has the title, what?
Descending Through the Mind for Dummies.
And the other is Mr. Malou in the Wonder Tea Room. What do you want to do?
I feel like at this point, I'm kind of like, what the heck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I see the Mr. Malou book, and I'm like, man, screw that guy, dude.
Okay.
I'm not reading his book.
Okay.
So I grabbed the other one.
Wait, is it like a cookbook of his?
It seems to be a fun children's book.
Okay.
Well, I'm not a child,
No,
Mr.
you're
Malou. So I'm going to grab Descending Through the Mind for Dummies.
Okay. And you open it to a random page. What does it say? What does the page say?
The first thing to do when transcending through your mind is finding like a strong, or like trying to remember who you really are.
Let me have a persuasion versus a perception. Yes. Oh, that one.
No, it's an 8.
I got a 14.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything else in the book.
Okay.
Now what do you want to do?
I guess I just got to keep looking around, investigating.
Sure. As you
For
step
stuff.
off the ladder, your foot brushes Mr. Malou's book again. Do you want to pick it up or no?
I'll pick it up.
Okay. Do you want to see what it says?
Sure.
It says, remember, the frogs suck a bunch of ass. They suck so bad. And Mr. Malou loves you. Persuasion versus your perception.
16.
17.
Aww.
You should reread that Twilight series, baby. It's so good.
I don't like Edward, Mr. Malou.
What about the backwoods baby?
I don't like Jacob. You imprinted on a baby.
You sit down on a pile of the Twilight series and you just start pounding through them again. Rory.
Okay.
You're teetering on the edge of the shelf where she put you back. Can I have a dexterity or acrobatics or whatever you think?
Wait, so he is the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
You rattle around on the shelf. Perception, Macy?
Nat 20, 25.
What was that?
You're super annoyed. And you go back up the ladder to see what the noise is. And there's the book that you were looking at again. Descent into the Mind. What do you want to do?
Crack it open again.
Crack it open
It's
again.
trying to give my attention,
All right,
I
Rory.
think.
She cracks to another page. What does this page say?
You gotta wake up, Laika.
You perceive something click in the something is different in the room, and you notice there's more light coming from the area you entered.
I'm gonna go over to it.
The door is open that you came in.
Okay. I'm going to go through the door.
And as you do, everything becomes dark, and you hear the voice again say,
Find the Loxodons.
and then you're standing in the room again. There's only one more door which you go through. You stand on an open plain, and there are two men standing a few yards apart. They're both facing you and looking at you as you enter. One seems somehow familiar, standing smiling in his red armor. The other is wearing black armor and is old and wise looking. His white hair flows long over his shoulders, and he is also smiling. You look back to the young man in red. He holds out a hand to you. You hear a voice now, and you realize it is the older man in black armor speaking. His voice is so kind and calm, it makes you weep.
Go to him, Laika. He has come to save you. I think he has hacked into your system as well. Do you remember what I've told you so far?
Find the Loxodons. Is that him?
Mm-hmm.
Find the Loxodons. Kratos killed people and weren't there.
Behold Kratos.
That whole part.
Mm-hmm.
And then the number 9 something.
Yeah, 950 years. Still.
Yeah.
Correct.
Until they arrive.
Until arrival. Yeah.
My name's Armeni, but you may call me Odin. We will meet again, but not for a very long time. Remember my words. They may help you in some way, but remember this most of all. When the gears begin to turn, trust the gods.
Yes, sir.
And then you're standing alone on the plain with the young man in red. Circe, what do you do?
I run out and hug Laika.
Awesome. She hugs you back, and very soon, you're standing holding her hand in silence, staring into the plain, and then everything goes black. And Laika, you open your eyes very, very slowly, and you find Circe, who's also holding your hand. And in his other hand sits the blue orb of form. You're very groggy, but what's the first thing you say?
What the hell is a Mr. Malou?